Hi, I'm Madeline from Sheen Slings, and this is my video demonstrating how to do a front double hammock with a long woven wrap. So I'm going to start by finding my middle marker of my wrap and bringing my middle marker to the middle of my back. Then I'm going to grab the tops of both sides of the wrap and I'm going to bring each one over the opposite shoulder. So I'm making it a cross on my front, a bit like a toga. And then I'm going to take a couple of moments to organise this. So I'm just going to organise this all at the back into a strap, and likewise take anything loose and push it over my shoulders. So I've got a cross, a sort of more organised cross on my front, and I'm going to give myself a bit of space of putting a baby in there. And then I'm going to take the straps from behind, again making another cross, and then I'm just going to tie these in front in a very loose wrap, very loose single knot, just for the time being a nice single knot. So my wrap is now pre-tied and I'm ready to get baby. So I'm going to start by popping baby on my shoulder, chat to them, comfort them, talk to them. To do the front double hammock, I'm going to bring both legs through both straps. And I'm going to do that. You can do that one at a time. I'm going to do that by sliding my hand through both straps, gently teasing both legs through, and then taking my time settling baby onto the rope. I'm not going to adjust their legs, I'm just going to let them adopt whatever position they find comfortable, and I'm going to let them sink in. And bounce, feel free to move this so that baby's bum starts to sink lower than the knees, and that they adopt whatever position they find most comfortable on your chest. One of the beauties of this wrap is really babies, we're going to mould it around baby, however baby is comfortable. So now we are comfy and in, I'm going to start spreading this fabric, and I'm going to start with this one that's closest to my baby first. And I'm going to spread it, move it up and spread it out so that it runs all the way across my baby's back, and I can spread this out for my comfort. Now I don't want anything loose behind me, and when I want to move everything loose towards the knot, so I'm going to take anything that's loose behind me and bring it and guide it over baby towards my shoulders. Once I get here, because I want to be able to get this top nice and tight and wraps like straight lines, I am going to twist the shoulder, and I'm going to do that by pulling it all off my shoulder, so it falls off my shoulder, and then bringing the bottom back up to the top, and you will see my wrap has now changed colour because I've created this twist. And then I'm going to pull out anything loose here and shove it over my shoulder. And likewise, I'm going to work through anything loose, shove it over my shoulder. And you will notice I've left anything that's extra just in the backs and knees of my baby. Now I'm going to do the top layer, which will be a bit easier to see. So again, I'm going to spread this out. I'm going to bring absolutely anything loose across my back. So I've got this nice and spread out, nice and supportive across my back. Anything loose from behind me to here, and then I'm going to twist by dropping and bringing back, and again anything loose, and start to push it over my shoulder. Here I'm just letting this, anything extra, sit in my baby's knee pits underneath them. I don't need to tuck, I don't need to adjust their legs in any way. I can if I want to, but I can just leave them be. Anything loose over. So now baby's in, I'm going to start to tighten all this looseness up. I'm going to do that by undoing my knot and shaking at the back, because we've made twists, and I don't want the material twisted across my back because it's going to be more comfortable than it to be. And I'm going to start by working with the strap that's lower, the one we worked with first. So I'm going to reach behind me, find the strap that's furthest away, and bring it to the front. And then I'm going to start with the bottom. So the bottom corresponds to the bit that's the nearest baby's neck, and that's the bit I need to get tightest. So I'm going to make sure that the fabric is sitting comfortably on my shoulder, and then starting to tighten from the bottom, tighten, and then moving handful of material at a time, tightening as I go. And as I tighten, I can wiggle my shoulder, and that will really help release the friction across my shoulder and across my back. So now I've done that side, I'm going to do the other side. So again, I'm going to find it behind me, bring it to the front, start with the bottom, and I'm going to do that wiggling as I tighten. Again, I may find I need to adjust where the fabric is on my shoulder because I don't want to pin my arm, and just make sure you take your time to get it comfortable. If you're going to be here for a long time, you might as well be comfortable. And then I'm going to tighten through, and you can see this time how I wiggle my shoulder each handful I grab. Okay, and then when I'm here, I can give it one last sort of hula dance snug. And now I'm going to tie this off, and I'm going to tie this off under my baby's bum. Although if they're really little and don't want to disturb their legs, I can come underneath and tie under the legs. I'm going to come over my baby's legs. I'm just going to tie first a single knot, get this nice and snug, and then a double knot, and get this nice and snug. And there you have it. Front double hammock with a long woven wrap. I love this carry because you can pre-tie it, which then means you can tie it ready, drive a car, do whatever you need to do, and don't have to worry about sweeping your wrap in muddy puddles. You can also, because it's pre-tied, and it's poppable, I can loosen this off, take baby out, change their bum, and put them back in and retighten up without having to tie it all each time or without having to sweep the ground. It's also really comfy and supportive with this wide band running around both of us. It feels really snuggly and close. It's a beautiful carry for a newborn, but equally will work with older children too, and definitely something my children always loved, particularly when they didn't feel very well.